last year, one of the biggest issues with the Patriots was their culture. We'll never forget Matthew Judon complaining, arguing with Gerard Mayo during training camp, during his hold-in, all these different things. He's not getting paid, ends up getting drafted. As well, all these different rumors, people saying people are talking, being toxic in the locker room. It was just not great in the Mayo regime. But I am telling you, things are changing, and I can prove it right here. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the Daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do is subscribe, hit that notification bell, and boom, hit the like button. What's there not to like? Going down to Miami, gonna go catch that dub. It's gonna be good, so don't miss out. Jumping right into it, ladies and gentlemen. Drake May, as I said, this team last year, not in a good headspace. Was not ideal. I think players chirping at each other, players posting on Instagram, players posting on Twitter, all these different things upset. And I'm not saying every player was like that, but there was players that were doing it that were making things worse for this organization in a tough year last year under Gerard Mayo. But I want to show you this because I think this is important. Going into this game against the Dolphins, coming off this loss from the Raiders, going into this game against the Dolphins, Drake May was talking about how practice has been, and he said this quote: "I think the guys are being great around me. I think they're pumping me up and staying positive, and the huddle's got some juice." Do we expect the team last year to be like that? And I think the answer simply is no. I don't think so. Again, there's a lot of people on this team. There's a lot of leaders on this team. There's a lot of people, again, who are in positions that they've been in the league for a while. Or maybe like a Stephon Diggs who got hurt is making that comeback and is one, trying to bring the Patriots back, but as well trying to revive his career and prove to people, hey, he still has it. As well, Harold Landry, a player like that who a lot of people thought, man, I think he's getting paid a little too much from the Patriots as an edge rusher, trying to come in, be positive, role model for these guys, and turn this team around. Multiple players on this team. And stuff like this, people say, this isn't a big deal, Aaron. It is a big deal. After a loss, it is easy to start pointing fingers. It is easy to start getting upset. And instead, it's, hey, let's see what we did wrong. Let's pick ourselves up. Let's pick each other up, and let's move forward. It's that simple. And stuff like this is proving the Patriots culture is continuously shifting in this rebuild, making this team better. This is what needs to happen. And obviously accountability, we've talked about that with Mike Vrabel in all these different things, but I love seeing stuff like this. You might laugh, you might say it's stupid. I don't care. I do not care. Stuff like this is what you want to see. If you've ever coached anything, whether that is 5-year-old soccer all the way up to varsity sports or college sport, whatever the heck you've ever coached, you know you need a good culture in that locker room. You need leaders. You need people being positive. It's simple. It's something that is a necessity. And if you don't have it, if you don't have that mindset, especially after a loss, it's going to be bad. It's going to be toxic. So again, hearing this from Drake May about the offense and the guys around him, love hearing it. I love hearing it. So comment below. Tell me what you think. And if you're a negative Nancy and you're like, Aaron, this is stupid, then maybe you're the one who would take an L and be like, you suck. I'm not saying anyone's like that, but just saying. As a high school PE teacher, the amount of times, or even before that, I taught middle school. Before that, I taught elementary. Climbed all my way up to high school. But so many times, kids, it's never me. It's never me. Again, you want to be on a team. You want that team to be successful. If you mess up, it's about being a man. It's owning it. But also, 2, it's lifting your brother up when they're down. Simple as that. So comment below. Tell me what you think. Would love to hear from you guys. You like hearing this from Drake May? Does this continue to give you a positive outlook on the Patriots under Mike Vrabel, under Drake May? What are your thoughts? Comment below. Next up, really want to talk about this because I thought it was interesting, but Andy Borgalis. We look at that. We look at John Parker Romo. And down the road, I'm not going to tell you definitively right now the Patriots made the absolute right decision, because we need to see this season play out. But clearly, the Patriots took Borregales, 6th-round pick, valued him as a kicker, and clearly valued him enough that they released Romo, even though Romo had a solid training camp. And a lot of people, even obviously statistically, outperformed Borregales. But again, the Patriots in their rebuild, what they want, what they see, said, hey, we think Borregales has more potential. There's no other way looking at it. They have to view it as he has what he has the intangibles to start, 1, and 2, he has the intangibles to continue to develop and get even better. Simple as that. But what is tough is not being able, just as a ace in the hole, just as a backup, trying to get Romo on the practice squad. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because he signed to go to the Atlanta Falcons. Sorry, I need to say that straight name correctly. Here we go. Young Ho Kim. There we go. Struggled the other day. Young Ho Koo. Why did I say Kim? Young Ho Koo. Struggled the other day. Missed a kick. Was atrocious. And guess what? Romo, boom, throw him on the practice squad. And so, is it likely? I'll tell you this with Young Ho Koo. Struggled last year. But then besides that, he's been pretty money for Atlanta for a long time. And so, again, last year wasn't his best year. Are they seeing something in Atlanta that maybe they're not liking, where they're like, hey, we need to have an ace in the hole? But again, we see that, miss out on that. Are we going to regret that? But then also, too, you look at Joey Sly, starting for the Titans, went 4 of 4 this past week with a long of 50. And then we look at Chad Ryland, who was released. He was also drafted. Let's not forget, he was drafted in the 4th round in 2023 by the Patriots. He comes in. Obviously, 2023 was a rough year for him. But his first year, after he was released, his first year with the Cardinals, he was money. The man was money. So the New England Patriots, it's you're all in. It's okay, we got to stick with the guy, and we got to believe in him, and we got to move forward with that guy, or we got to give him up. But it stinks looking at this situation from an aerial view, looking at everything and all the fumbles they have made, because I'm assuming Joey Sly is going to do well with the Titans this year. Chad Ryland obviously went 2 for 3. And again, I'm not saying sound the horn, Borregales, there's an issue because he missed his first career field goal. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I'm hoping it pans out like the Patriots wanted to. That is what I'm trying to whittle this all down to, is it would have been really nice to have Romo on the practice squad. But it's frustrating that Atlanta got him. And now you're just kind of like, okay, well, I hope this works out. I hope this is okay. And obviously the coaching staff believes Borregales enough, believes in him enough, again, that they would have released Romo. Listen, I rarely drink, but when I do, I don't bounce back like I used to. And so when I'm watching a game with the guys, I have to decide, do I want to have one drink or am I not going to? But that has changed with Z-Biotics. You're probably wondering, what makes Z-Biotics pre-alcohol so special? Well, hear me out. Z-Biotics pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's a buildup of this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for rough days after drinking. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. It's simple. Just remember to make pre-alcohol your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you're feeling your best the next day. I took Z-Biotics for the first time last weekend watching college football with the guys. It was super simple. All I had to do, drink one Z-Biotic and then drink responsibly. I had 1, maybe 2 drinks. And then guess what? The next morning felt normal. It was great. I got to take the kids everywhere they needed to go, got to do yard work. The wife was happy about that. It was fantastic. And we know fall's right around the corner. That means football, and football. So guess what? Drink a pre-alcohol Z-Biotic before you drink responsibly during those games. And guess what? You'll be feeling normal the next day. So this is all you got to do. Go to zbiotic.com/STP. Get 15% off your first order. Again, zbiotic.com/STP. And guess what? If you're not satisfied, 100% money back guaranteed. So again, zbiotic.com/STP. 15% off. Don't miss out. Again, they believed he could start, 1, and 2, he believed he could be good and develop and get better moving forward. So I trust the Patriots. I'm not saying I don't, but again, I just don't want to fumble another kicker because, like I said, Chad Ryland, you're like, oh, wow, he did good last year. Joey Sly, wow, it looks he fumbled a lot he had some rough games for us. I'm not saying he couldn't for the Titans, but he's also a starting kicker, has some experience. And then Romo, in training camp, a lot of people would argue he was the better kicker. Also had the longest preseason kick for the Patriots, which was 57 yards. So what do you think looking at the situation? Again, I believe in Borregales. I believe in this front office. I believe in the Patriots and their decision they made. I just hope it pans out. But if it doesn't, you're like, you got to throw the butt in there. Always got to throw the butt in there. Throw the butt around. But if it doesn't, it's going to stink not having Romo as a backup on the practice squad. Boom. All of that to say that. So what are your thoughts? Andy Borregales, give me your thoughts. Give me your opinions. Would love to hear from you as well. Want to jump into just really quick end of the note, little cherry on top. Jack Conley, the Boston College guy, the hometown guy, brought onto the practice squad. Really cool. Actually really liked him. If you remember, he was playing guard. They actually bumped him out to tackle for a little bit. Cool to see him on the practice squad. And again, a smart move by the Patriots to help with that depth. If you look at the practice squad, you see often a good amount of offensive linemen as well as a good amount of defensive linemen. Again, smart move. Mike Vrabel came in and said, trenches are we got to start there and work out. We gotta fix that. And one of the issues last year was what? Depth. I don't care what you say about, like, Aaron, the practice squad doesn't matter. Let's not forget, we had guys on the practice squad starting last year on the offensive line. You got to do what you got to do. It's a smart move. Love to see it. And the fact that he is from Boston College. So cool. Anyways, comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Andy Borregales, Drake May, positivity, whatever you're thinking. And I'd be remiss to bring up 9/11 as well. Always tough talking to kids at school about it. Because what's crazy is a lot of them don't fully grasp it, because you ask them when they're born and they're like, I was born in 2010, and you're like, holy cow. So yeah, we had a very cool moment of silence, and yeah, go America. Appreciate you guys, and hit that sub button on the way out. We'll talk later. Peace.